Hello, everyone. It's Miss Schaefer. So I'm not in today, so I decided to just record the lesson. Um, but it's going to be just like any other day. You got to follow along, take your notes that way that you are prepared for today's practice. Um, we will just worry about bell work on Monday, so no bell work today. What I want you to do is to get out your math journal, and I want you to set up your pages for today. And today we're talking about multiplying and dividing integers with the algorithm. Remember that another word for algorithm is a rule. And then make sure you have today's date. So if we can pause the video and give everybody a couple minutes to set up the pages, that would be great. All right, so your notes today is another little booklet. And after we write the notes down, you'll see this little dash line. That's where you can cut and make it flaps for your book. So let's start with multiplying integers with the same signs. Multiplying integers with the same signs. So what you are going to write, let me get my marker ready. It says the product of two factors. And remember, factors are the numbers you multiply in an equation, the factors. The product of the two factors with the same signs will always be positive. So I'm going to give you a moment to write that down. The product of two factors with the same sign will always be a positive answer. So a numerical expression, an example, would be -4 times -4. Your answer will be positive 16. So you just take 4 times 4, write the 16. They're the same sign, so you know our answer is going to be a positive answer. So the algebraic expression, or it's kind of like it has variables in it, and it just means you can kind of plug in any number for it. So it would be like -a times -b would equal a positive answer. Same thing with a positive variable times a positive, oh, sorry, that's supposed to be b. A positive variable will be a positive answer. And don't forget what you've always known, even though this is a rule and it's the same signs, and sometimes we get lost and we forget what we've always known, is that, you know, a positive times a positive has always gotten us a positive answer. Like, here's an example. 5 times 4, that's a positive number, times another, not plus. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. A positive times a positive. 5 times 4 gives us 20, which is positive. They have the same signs, and so our answer is going to be positive. So same signs for negative. A negative times a negative will be a positive, and a positive times a positive will be a positive answer. Okay, now multiplying integers with different signs. We're going to write under words. The product of two factors. Remember, factors are the numbers you multiply. With different signs. is negative. The product of two factors with different signs will be negative. I'll give you a moment to write that. So numerical expressions, or sorry, a numerical example would be like -4 times a +5 will get us a -20. Another example, +2 times a -4 will give us a -8. So an algebraic example with the letters would be like -a times b will always get you a negative answer. Okay, let's talk about dividing now. Dividing integers. So when dividing integers with the same sign, you're going to write the quotient, and remember quotient is the answer to a division problem. The quotient of two numbers with the same sign is positive. The quotient of two numbers with the same sign is positive. I'll give you a moment to write that. So the numerical example would be like -25 divided by -5 would get me a +5. Because I know 25 divided by 5 is 5, and they're both negative. So if I'm following this rule, that means my answer will be positive. The algebraic example would be a -a divided by -b will get us a positive answer. And again, don't forget what you've always known. A positive divided by a positive will be a positive. Like 20 divided by 4 will give you 5. So a positive divided by a positive, the answer will be a positive. Now dividing integers with different signs. Okay, for the words you're going to write the quotient, remember that's the answer to a division problem. The quotient of two numbers with different signs is negative. The quotient of two numbers with different signs will always be a negative. Can give you a moment to write that. So the numerical example would be negative 25 divided by a positive 5 would get us a negative 5. So in my brain, I'm thinking 25 divided by 5 is 5. So I'd write the 5. And then I know that one's a negative and one's a positive. So that means my answer will be negative. So the algebraic example would be negative a divided by a positive b would get me a negative answer. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to be working on this multiplying and dividing integers color by number. Okay, you probably won't finish it today. That is okay. We will finish it on Monday, but just so you're on track, I think you should be about halfway done with it by the end of class. And then we'll finish it on Monday. Don't forget you can use your notes. What you cannot do is use your neighbor's worksheets. You cannot copy your neighbor's. If we keep our voices at a inside voice level, you can talk, but if it gets too loud, then the substitute can decide that it will be a silent work day. So be on your best behavior and always refer to your notes if you're stuck. And I will see y'all on Monday.